Ladies and gentlemen, today is a non-firearms related video. General usage gloves that I use in my house, and just want to share my experience with them. These are Indonesian-made gloves by a company called Ironclad. I do buy them from Amazon, and I bought a fairly good number of them. These are the ones I own, and I bought 2 pairs for my friend that works in construction industry in South Florida, so that he can test them in a heavier load environment. In my case, I mostly use the general gloves. I have been using them for probably about a year and a half by now. Even bought a new pair just in case I want to switch. As you can see, the difference in color from used gloves to new gloves. These gloves are interesting in some ways that the return on investment is fairly high. I am very fond of high-end gloves, and I have a lot of them, from Oakley's to pig gloves to all kinds of things. Hatch gloves, take your pick. Probably have a box of gloves. But I don't want to use those in the regular situation. In a situation where I just need general utility gloves to go work on my backyard, some trees that are overgrown, or something I need to clean, to work, let's say, in my front yard where the concrete needs repairs, or just to carry trash, or carry things that are uncomfortable to carry because they might bite into your hand. $10 gloves? Why do we need more? Yes, they're made in Indonesia, but they're made, honestly, well enough to be worth more than the price when I bought them. They're about $10, $11 for a pair. Mechanics are slightly more, but their reinforced ones are probably double the price. They're great gloves, and I own a gazillion pairs of mechanics of all types, in all colors and camos. But I own them for different purposes. These are my carry the groceries gloves. And after a year and a half, as you can see, they're actually not in a bad shape. And believe me, I destroy things easily. I'm not very good at keeping things alive. Most of the stitching is still fine. Some of it is beginning to come apart. Some of the fingers are just beginning to show wear. The color, of course, changed. By the way, the gloves are machine washable, cold. At least from what they say. Reinforcement is faux leather, artificial leather. There is a spot that, or part of the gloves that allows you to wipe the sweat if you need to specifically design for that. These are actually the only gloves I have with this feature, which is nice. The only major issue, or somewhat major, that I found is that after some use, and especially when I have to do a lot of use in these gloves, they started to widen in the wrist, which is fixable by simply putting the Velcro further down. Right now, you see, this is moving. It used to be completely stable, static, not moving, whatever the word you want to use. Something that new gloves don't have an issue. But after a year and a half, these are still usable gloves. And that's what matters. Now, these are the general purpose or general utility gloves. I do have the high visibility, slightly less than general utility gloves. Let's say if I need to do something in the evening, and these things are bright and they reflect light. They also have ability to wipe the sweat. They're actually quite similar to the skin-tight gloves. They're not very skin-tight, but they're very close to it. And they provide the basic functionality without additional reinforcement. For actually even lower price. When I bought them, I honestly don't know what the price is. I will provide the links on Amazon to both of these pairs of gloves. This is a more recent purchase, as you can imagine. These are brand new, as a possible replacement when these go down. These are quite comfortable, they're breathable. They have knuckle protection. The fingers are bright. The clasp is reflective. This is soft protection for the knuckles. They're comfortable on the inside, very soft on the inside. And of course you can tie them together if need be, but I haven't actually had the need to do so far. Unlike the bigger gloves, there's almost no information on them on the inside, which is nice because that piece of paper sometimes, or piece of material that you can find inside these gloves, sometimes could make it uncomfortable, and I know a lot of people simply remove them. I have not, and you can see, obviously I have sweated in those gloves quite a bit and used them over the last few years. As you can see, even the stitching inside is mostly intact, which is acceptable. Again, I don't use them for any heavy purpose or heavy task, and they're still usable. These gloves are mostly for the lighter tasks, something that doesn't require much action, but are actually very comfortable when you wear them. I wear a size large, and these are mostly, with exception of a little bit on one or two fingers, unless I pull them, mostly matching my hand size and finger length and wrist size and whatnot. The Velcro is good. It's actually better Velcro, I think, than on the general or general utility version. And overall, my impression of the Ironclad gloves is favorable. I like the way they work. And of course, the fact that they come with a little label, this is that label right here, is not bad either. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this was useful in some ways. I have not taken any of these to the gun range, but I would presume these would probably fit more, especially if you want to make your hands highly visible in bad lighting. That's all. Thank you. Until next video.